everyone, what is up? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Danielle. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I know I haven't posted in like a month if you're someone who watches my videos. I have just been so busy, especially with work, but also like birthdays, holidays, and my sister just got married this weekend, so much has been going on lately, and that's why I haven't been posting. But I'm back doing another week in my life as a hairstylist. I did one a few months ago and you guys seemed to really like it, so I'm back doing another one. I'm just pulling into the post office right now because I sold a pair of shorts on Poshmark right here. But I just wanted to talk to you guys quick because I'm starting this week off a little bit different than most work weeks. My typical work schedule is Wednesday through Saturday, but today's Tuesday, and one of my really good friends, she works so much and never gets any days off, so the only day she could get her hair done was on a Tuesday. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna come in on my day off for you, like just take you, and that's it. Because sometimes that's just what us hairstylists have to do. Like, we have to please our clients and work on a day off. It happens. But I'm fine with it because I absolutely love her and she's like one of my really good friends. So it's 9:33 and she's coming in at 10:15. So I already like ate breakfast, did my makeup, my hair, whatever. And yeah, I'm just going to drop this off at the post office and then head to the salon. So I will talk to you guys when I get there. So this is my friend's hair before. As you can see, it is very grown out. I believe the last time she had gotten her hair done was like 3 or 4 months ago. So we're taking her to like as blonde as possible. That was her inspo, was just to be blonde all over. So that is what I did. Here's her, she's saying hi. But I did a full head of tiny baby lights, like, oh my god, so tiny, and so many foils. I wish I counted how many foils I put on her head, but I believe it took me like 1 hour and 45 minutes or 2 hours even to just foil her whole head. So just for some info, I used Redken Flash Lift on her entire head for lightener, and throughout each section I increased the volume. So I started at 10 volume in the back, and then on the right side I used 20 volume, and on the side that I'm doing right now I used 30 volume, just so that the whole head would lift at the same time and nothing would be over processing. So here's me foiling like a freaking mad woman, and also take a shot for every time you see her yawn. After I spent so long foiling her hair, we immediately went to the sink and I started to take out all of the foils, and then I rinsed her out and shampooed her, and now we're back at my chair and I brushed all of her hair out, and now I'm doing a tiny little root tap. So she really didn't want like any root showing whatsoever. She just wanted to be as blonde as possible but still have like a tiny bit of root. So I did a small little root tap with 7N Redken Shades EQ. She's typically a little bit darker than a 7, but just because I didn't want to make it too dark, I just did a 7 just to like blur out any harsh lines and to make it really seamless. So just to remind you guys, this was what her hair looked like before, and this was after. It came out so good. We were both so obsessed with it. So once I was done applying the root color, I then brought her back to the sink and I toned her with equal parts 10N and 10P, also from Redken Shades EQ. Let that process for like 15-20 minutes and then blow dried it and curled it, and I was so happy with how this turned out. Alright guys, so I just did Ella's hair. It came out so freaking good, as you saw in the pictures. I was so happy with it. I was telling her, I was just like, this just took me such a long time, and like just seeing it in the end makes me so happy because it turned out the way I wanted. I put in all this hard work and time into it and it came out perfect. So I was just like telling her that, and she's like, oh my god, Dee, it wasn't even a long time, but like for me it was a long time. I think she came in at like 10:30 and we were talking for a little bit. I obviously had to like section off her hair, so we probably didn't start until like 11, and I just ended at like 2:45, 3 o'clock. So for me, that is a very long time. I think I spent like 2 hours foiling her hair. But you guys saw how much regrowth she had and like what we did. So it was all worth it in the end. But I haven't eaten since breakfast. So we ordered ricottis and picked it up on our way home. So I have my sandwich and my chips over here. I ended up getting like their turkey special. It's so good. I can't even explain it to you. But for the rest of the day, I'm just gonna go home, eat, and just chill. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Guys, okay, this is gonna be really exciting, but I told you guys I was gonna talk to you tomorrow because when I came home I had nothing else to do. But I just ate my lunch, even though it's like 4 o'clock. And I changed out of my clothes from work, but I just got a package in, okay? And Fanola, if you don't know Fanola or haven't heard of this company, they are a hair care company and they sell hair products and stuff like that. They reached out to me on Instagram because they saw my Instagram and my YouTube, and they sent me like so much stuff. Literally, look at this box, okay? And I kind of got a glimpse at what they sent me because they emailed me like everything that they're going to ship to me, but some of it was like confusing. But I'm gonna open it right now with you guys. And if you guys haven't used Fanola at all, you need to. No, this video is not sponsored of any sort. They didn't even ask me to talk about these products. All they did was send me them through Instagram for free. And they were like, we just want to give you these, have you test them out. So I'm so excited. I honestly wish I got this package before doing Ella's hair today because this would have been perfect, but that's okay. But yeah, the only reason I'm including this in the video is because it's hair care products. Woo, okay. Finally got this open. Oh my god, it's so heavy. Okay, well, this is the box. It just says Fanola on it. Fanola made in Italy, to be exact. Oh my god, so cute. Look what they put. Guys, this is a picture of me. That is so cute. Like when you first open the box, it's literally the picture of me. And then I have this little card. It says, "Hi Danielle, I'm so excited for you to try all these fanola goodies. I hope you enjoy everything." Okay, so I got 5 things. So the first thing I got is their anti-orange shampoo. And I have been wanting this for like, oh my god, the longest time. I have seen so many Instagram videos, TikTok videos, just everything on people using this shampoo, and it seriously gets like all the orange tones out. So very excited. And obviously with the no orange shampoo, they also sent me the no yellow shampoo and conditioner, and this is going to be perfect for my blondes. I knew that this is what, like, one of the things they were going to send me because I saw it in the email. That's why I was like, oh, I wish I got this today for Ella, but it's okay. So yeah, we have the shampoo and then the foaming conditioner, which is where I've seen it like all over social media, is the foam. They also sent me, oh, I didn't know, I've never seen these. So this is a reconstructing spray mask, so kind of like a leave-in type of deal. It just says, "For dry and frizzy hair, use over damp hair, spray, comb, and style as usual for a smoothing and conditioning action." Okay, love that. And then the last thing they sent me is one of their serums. Oh, you can do it dry or damp hair. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells like oranges. Oh my god, that freaking smells amazing. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that because I knew it was coming this week. I just wasn't sure when. And I really wanted to incorporate it into this video. So Fanola, if you're watching this, thank you so much for sending me this. But okay, now I will see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday. I'm running a little bit behind, only like 5 minutes, but I'll probably just get to the salon like right on time instead of a little bit early. My schedule today is kind of random. I was talking to my mom about it because usually I'll have like similar things throughout the day, but today is just like so many different things. So my first client is actually a regular of mine. She was using black box dye and she honestly likes the dark hair and I like it better on her too, but her real like natural color is obviously not black, so when her hair grows out it's like really light and then dark. So we're kind of just gonna make it all one solid black color, and then I have a men's cut, and then I have an updo, and then I have one of my gray coverage clients at the end of the day. So it's like a little bit of everything, a little bit random though, but it's gonna be good. Also, I quickly wanted to talk about like COVID and everything for a second, just because some people might comment about it. So where I work is in the state of Rhode Island, and our regulations are if you are fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. Some places are like mask optional, some places you still have to wear a mask. But for the salon, we are going by if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. So I have my card right here to prove to you guys because I didn't mention it yesterday. I think it was just because I don't typically go into work, and it was just for Ella. Like, Ella is one of my good friends. That's why I didn't mention it, and I also didn't bring my card. But yes, since today is like my official work week where I'm taking a bunch of clients, I figured I would bring my card and just kind of like leave it on my station so that people know, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just wanted to clear that up in case someone was gonna comment on that. So good vibes, positive vibes only. But yeah, I'm just going to head to the salon, set up my station, and then I'll talk to you guys when I get there. So here's my client's before. As you can see, her roots are a lot lighter than her ends, and there is a lot of warmth in there. So our main priority was to get those roots to match the ends and to get rid of as much warmth as possible. So I actually did this whole entire process in the sink. So I washed her hair, shampooed it, and made sure to towel dry it very well. And then I started to apply the color at her roots first because that was her biggest problem area that we were trying to fix. So I used an equal part of 4N and 4NA for her color from Redken Shades EQ. And then I just started to take vertical sections to make sure I could fully saturate the rooted area first. And then any other color that was left over in my bowl, I was just going to pour over the hair and smush through the ends. So this was her hair before, and this is her hair after. So just because of the box dye, there are still like a few different tones in there, but overall it looked so much better and we were very happy with it. Alright guys, so I'm now home in my fuzzy robe. I swear it's like the best feeling ever to just take all of your clothes off. As weird as that sounds. But to just like take your work clothes off, take a shower, get in a robe. It just feels amazing after work. So I didn't really record a whole lot today just because it was a very easy day. I think this was probably one of the easiest days I've ever had at the salon. So like I said, I showed you my first client, just an all over color, and then I did the men's cut, which he just got clippers on the side and scissor on the top. So pretty easy. And then I had an updo, which I will insert right here. It came out so cute. She was like the cutest little thing. She was graduating from 8th grade and I was just like, oh my god, if only I could go back to graduating from 8th grade. Like that made me so sad, but her hair came out so good. She had like the perfect hair for this updo. I have another updo tomorrow that I'm going to film myself doing. I just didn't with her because she was younger and it was my first time meeting her, but I know the girl that I'm doing her updo tomorrow, so I'll record the process. But for the updo that I just showed you, I just did 2 bubble braids on each side and then pinned them in the back. I was a little bit upset though because I only had black elastics and I really wish I had clear because you can literally see some of the elastics, but the mom was like, don't worry about it, we're putting like flowers into it, so we'll just hide it. So I was like, perfect. So yeah, and then my last client of the day was literally just a gray coverage and haircut. It took me like an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. So that was really easy. And yeah, now I'm home. It's 5:45. My mom's gonna be making dinner soon, so nothing else really is gonna go on. But yes, tomorrow is going to be a much better recording day for me because 3 of my clients that I'm doing I'm like extremely close with, and the rest I probably won't film. But the only stuff I probably won't film tomorrow is a consultation and a blowout at the end of my shift. So nothing fancy, but the other 3 clients are gonna be exciting. So stay tuned for tomorrow and I'll talk to you guys then. Hey you guys, so it's the next day, it's Thursday. Today is like my late night shift, so I don't go in until 12 and I typically work until 8, but I want to say my last client ends around like 7:30, so I might be leaving a little early today. But it's currently 11:35. I just left my house. Thursdays are so weird because like it's technically my late day, so I like should be a normal person and sleep in, you know, probably wake up at 9, do what I gotta do, but no, I still woke up at like 7. So I went to this little like cafe place where I live and it's called Pink Bean, and they have like a mojo drink. So I always get the mojo with the coconut flavor. It's so good. So I just went there this morning and I picked up a mojo for me and my mom. And then I just went home, chilled, watched some YouTube videos, and now I'm heading to work. Just to like break down my schedule for today, I have an updo right at 12. It's one of my clients that I've done before and she has prom today. And then after her, I have a consultation, which sometimes people will come in like here and there for a consultation just to like make sure it's something that they actually want to do and just to get like a breakdown of pricing and like what's gonna happen. So I actually really love when people come in for consultations before booking their appointment because it just makes the actual appointment so much easier. And then after the consult, I have a haircut and I'm so freaking excited. It's one of my really close friends from hair school. She lives so far, so I haven't seen her in so long. But she's coming to the salon and I'm gonna give her a haircut and I'm just so excited. I miss her so much. And then I actually have an hour break after that haircut, so we'll see if anything books last minute. If not, it is what it is. And then I have my sister, which we're doing such a fun color today and cutting her hair even shorter. And then I just have a blowout at the end of my day. So it's gonna be super easy. So once I get to the salon, I will talk to you guys then and show you the updo. Alright, so for this updo, her inspiration was a low bun with 2 Dutch braids going into the bun. So I started out by sectioning her hair and then creating a base. Whenever you're working with an updo that consists of a low bun, you always need to create the base first and then focus on the 2 front sections and do whatever you want with pulling those pieces into the bun. So really the only thing I did for the base was take a ponytail section at the lower nape, and then I took the rest of the hair from the crown section and kind of just made my own bun that I thought looked best with her hair. And now, as you can see, I am starting on the front section. We did decide on leaving out her face framing pieces. She insisted on it, and I absolutely love when the face framing pieces are out. It just makes it look so much softer and so much prettier. So once we got everything hairsprayed down and slicked back, I then started to Dutch braid her hair. after both of the Dutch braids were finished on both sides, I kind of just pulled them apart to make them soft and bobby pinned them into place, and we loved how it turned out. It came out so cute and she was so happy with it. And then next was my really good friend Liv from hair school, and we just did a simple one-length haircut with some face framing and layers, and she looked so freaking good. And then my next client was my sister, and I did not film anything because I suck, but this is her before, and this was her after. Oh my god, it looks so good on her. So her inspiration was to just do like a dark burgundy color and to do a really short bob. So I actually used permanent color for this. So I used our Redken Chromatics line just so that it would last her a really long time. And I did 5 RV and 6 BC. I used more of the RV and a little less of the BC just because I wanted to make it very vibrant. And I did the mids through the ends first and then the roots last so I wouldn't get any hot roots. And then we just did a really short haircut and she looks absolutely stunning and we were so happy with it and she just looks so good. Oh my god, guys. I have not talked to you all day. Didn't even talk to you last night after work. So I have a lot to catch you guys up on, but yesterday was a very good day and I am so mad at myself because I didn't film any of my sister's hair. I don't know, I just like was not in the right headspace. You know those days? I feel like it's every day with me, but anyways, my day got like a little bit crazy yesterday because I told you I had an hour break before my sister. But this woman had actually booked a color and a blow dry. So a different stylist did the color and then I had to do the blow dry. But she came a little bit late, so it obviously made the color process be later. And then she had to process for at least like 35 minutes. And then I had to wait to blow dry her hair. So I was a little behind with that just because she was a little bit late. So I was a little late with my sister, so I think that's why I just like totally forgot to film. But other than that, yesterday was very good. I ended up meeting my mom and my stepdad at a restaurant that's like 5 minutes from the salon for dinner. So we went out to dinner. The second I got home, I took my makeup off and literally just went to bed. I was exhausted. Thursday nights, I'm just always like dead, it feels like. But today's Friday. I just had my first client and I didn't really want to film. There's just certain people like I don't really want to film, and I don't know. She was one of them. She's like an older woman. I do her daughter's hair, so she's like one of my clients' moms. And she got her gray coverage, a full head of highlights, and just a blowout. So I will insert the before picture and after. What I did for her hair was I did a 7NN with the Redken Chromatics on her root. And then I just did a whole entire full head of highlights because she wanted to be nice and blonde. She's going to the Bahamas for vacation, so she was like, make me blonde. So I was like, okay. And then I toned it with 9NA and 9N just because she did lift really warm. It was making me a little nervous though because her hair was like slightly turning blue in the sink. So I was like, oh god. But you always just have to remember with Redken shades, like that always happens. But then once I blow dried it, it was fine. So that was my first client of the day. I have my last client at 1 o'clock and it's 12:48, so I'm gonna go in soon. But it's another color partial highlight and blow dry. I have her booked until the end of my day, but I don't think it's gonna take me that long. So I'll probably end up finishing early and then I'll just like clean up around the salon and stuff like that. But yes, I have to go inside to get ready for this next client and then I'll talk to you guys after. So this is my next client's hair before. So she really just wanted to get rid of her grays and to brighten up her hair, and we did just that. I used 6NN from the Redken Chromatics Permanent line for her grays, and then I just did a partial highlight to brighten up around her face and like the crown area, and she lifted very well, so I only toned her with 9N, and it came out to be this wicked pretty sandy blonde, and we both loved it so much. Good morning, guys. I am freaking exhausted, if you couldn't tell by my face. Today is Saturday, it's the last day of my work week, and I'm just like, Saturdays I just drew a blank. Saturdays are just my dead day. Like, I'm exhausted from the week, and I have to be in the salon at 8 a.m. on Saturdays, which is like the earliest that I go in the whole entire week. So it's currently 7:39. Didn't even eat breakfast yet, and I put my Earl Grey tea in this little cup because I wasn't able to drink it at home. But after work last night, I ended up going to my boyfriend's house, and I didn't get home until like 11:30. Didn't go to bed until like midnight. So I'm just very tired. But that's okay. We've got a busy day today. I'm dressed up a little bit cuter. I'm wearing a dress because I have to go to a wedding today. The wedding's a little different though because I'm only doing one updo. I think like 2 or 3 of my other co-workers are doing the wedding, but the girl that does hair doesn't have time to do the last updo because she has like a ton of bridal trials at the salon. So the owner just like booked me. It's like a 2-minute walk from the salon, so it's not like I have to travel anywhere crazy far. So I have one of my regular clients at 8 a.m. for a color and partial highlight, and then I have to walk to the wedding site, which is, like I said, a 2-minute walk, do that one updo, walk back to the salon, and then I have another highlight after that. So I'm gonna be walking around everywhere, but it's fine. So I'm gonna enjoy my tea, listen to some music, and I will talk to you guys when I am well. Guys, we need to talk. So it's currently 8:50. I came to the salon, was expecting my 8 a.m. client, and she no-showed. And I really want to add this into the vlog because it is real life, and I feel like a ton of us hairstylists go through this, but it is just so important to, 1, show up to your appointment. 2, if you know you're not going to show up to your appointment, let us know either the day before, ahead of time, whatever it is, just let us know. Or 3, if you need to cancel, just cancel. Like, just tell us. We'd much rather you just tell us and like be like, this is what happened, like explain, and it will be fine. But just don't no-show. It's like the worst thing ever that could happen to a hairstylist, because now I have to be at the salon from 8 to 12 to do pretty much nothing until I have to walk over to the wedding. Like, it really does suck, and especially knowing like it was such last minute, where obviously I can't text anyone to have them come into the salon, so I'm just here. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because it's just so important. Like, it's just time and money that could have gone towards someone else, but instead, because when clients no-show like the day of with no heads up, we're just stuck. Like, we're stuck doing nothing and we don't know what to do. So we kind of just have to sit around, wait, not make money during this time. But it is what it is. It happens. I know like stuff happens in people's lives. I 100% get it. But at the same time, it just sucks. But it's okay. I'm sitting in my car eating my breakfast because I never had time to eat breakfast this morning. I make these Kodiak cake muffins. They're like power cup muffins. So it's just a dry mix and you put water and put it in the microwave for a minute. And it's honestly wicked good. It does get really filling after a while, so I can never really finish it. But yeah, so like I said, at 12 o'clock, I'm gonna be walking to the wedding, doing the updo, coming back to the salon, and doing my highlight at the end of the day, which is so good because she did confirm the appointment, so I know she'll be coming. So the rest of the day will be good. Also, I wanted to show you guys my nail. Oh my god. Tell me you're a hairdresser without telling me you're a hairdresser. Like, this is not what my nail's supposed to look like, okay? All my coworkers were like, it actually looks cool. Like, it looks like an ombre nail. And I'm like, no. When I did my sister's hair, when you guys saw like the burgundy color, I was wearing gloves and it literally seeped through the glove. It's like just these two nails and then the rest of them on this hand are just like faded. So they're not like a nice white, they're just like gross. And I got them done on Friday because the wedding, like my sister's wedding, was Saturday. So I got it done on Friday and I'm already gonna have to go on Tuesday. Like, I just can't deal with this. So, but it's already 9 o'clock, so I guess I'm gonna go back in and find something to do. So after the wedding updo, I came back to the salon for my last client of the day. This is her hair before. She previously had gotten highlights and they were kind of just scattered. They weren't really cohesive. So she wanted a bright balayage and I did just that. It came out so pretty and it looked so good on her. I used Redken Flash Lift for the lightener. And then for toner, I actually mixed 4 different things. I did a tiny bit of 8GI, 9N, 8N, and 9NB. Hey you guys, so it's a few days later. I'm here editing my video and realized I never ended off this week in my life. So I showed you guys my last client of the day on Saturday, but I unfortunately didn't get any clips from the wedding. It was super easy. Like, we just went right up to the hotel room. I did the bridesmaid's hair super fast. I just did a cute little half up, half down, very simple. And that was that. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this week in my life. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on all of my social medias, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.